Welcome everyone back at MODELRAILWAYS, and as you can hear in the background, we have got a thunderstorm after this heat, terrible heat that we've been experiencing for the last 2 weeks. We've had storms, electrical storms basically every day, but very grateful for the rain always. And again, all apologies for the storm that we are experiencing, but I cannot control the weather, although everybody thinks so. I don't. But anyways, having said that, I've got the front door open, so it's lightning and it's thunder and the rain is coming down and the wind is blowing. So it's quite noisy at the moment because I got the front door open, and that is just to get take advantage of the nice cool breeze, that I don't just have to run the aircon all day long. Today we are looking at another A3 locomotive, and yes, this is the part of the BR class A3 locos, and no, it's not the Flying Scotsman, it is the Prince Palatine. So having a look at the box, we'll see it's the classic 1980s boxing that Hornby's use, and with the old plastic cover for protection in the sleeve back. Yes, so this is definitely a 1980s with the old A3 tooling of the 1980s. And here the Prince Palatine is lying greatly in position in the box, and let's have a look on the side description of the box, and here we will see that it is Hornby R146BR462 loco, class A3, and the name of course Prince Palatine in double O gauge. Now this Prince Palatine also came in nice Hornby sets back in the heyday, which was the Master Cutler Hornby Trainset, and it came with 3 coaches. But today, and I think it also included 2 loops, tracks and things like that. But today's loco is on its own box like that, and then of course I just happen to have 4 amazing Master Cutler coaches. So having a look on sideways of the loco, the only thing you can actually probably see here is the lack of the die-cast body, and but everything else, the handrails, valve gear, outside wheels and reverse gear that we can see, and also the buffers, which are non-sprung buffers, they are not sprung. So now that the loco is out of the box and out of its protection sleeve, we can actually view it, and we can see that it is definitely the old A3 moulding that we've got here, and the provision is made for the builder's plate, but the builder's plate sticker is not being applied, the same as the old style Flying Scotsman that I've got here. And I must mention that the Flying Scotsman is a railroad edition, and it is a loco-driven mechanism, as this Prince Palatine is a tender-driven mechanism. And for sure, we can look at the latest Limburg that I've got the other day from Hornby, and that one's got the flickering firebox and it's got the builder's plate, so the details on there is definitely a huge upgrade. But yes, locos in South Africa not that readily available, so on that note is when you do manage to get a loco that you're looking for, we sometimes just grab it, and we don't mind the newer models with the upgraded details. It's not always the best thing to go for. And yes, if you've got a Master Cutler coach set and you don't have a loco, then what are you to do? You need to grab the first Palatine that comes along, and I did, and I started riding it. And the other very unique thing of this loco that stands out immediately is the beautiful blue color, and that's the Express Passenger Blue livery. also the nameplate is depicted very nicely here, and yes, the Prince Palatine. The lining on the boiler is very nicely riveted for the time of the production of this loco, well applied and a crisp look for sure. The lining also on the runner plate, also very nice and crisp, beautifully depicted. Also other separately fitted details like the handrails and more riveting nicely depicted on the loco. And the mountings on the cylinder block and also on the superheater. Being an A3, it would have had a superheater. And moving to the front, we will see that separate fitted smoke box dot and a coupling hook, and bear in mind there's no brake pipe fitted yet, it has to be fitted. Has lamp irons, and the A3 classification would have only appeared on the loco if it was the later version. Interesting fact is the latest models will have the A3 classification as well as the sheet that it was assigned to, or the route, and that will be Doncaster for instance. And yes, on the buffer beam, the number of the loco will also be allocated, and that will only be on the latest versions of Hornby locos. On the top we will have the banjo nicely done, and also separately fitted valve gear and the whistle. On the cab roof we'll see the vents, but they sadly don't open, and later versions will be able to open. Also, there are no wind deflectors, but there are some glazed windows, and looking on the front of the cab you can also see the little bay window. Moving over to the number of the loco and the lining and handrails all around the front side of the cab is brilliantly done for the time of the build of this loco. And also the route number is definitely nicely classification number is also nicely depicted here, and I think it says RA6 or RA9. The detail on the tender also greatly finished, but we have that very plasticky look on the top of the tender when it comes to the coal, but nevertheless the logo is still very much acceptable in my opinion. And this tender does not feature the cab doors like the later versions with extra handrails and things like that. This is just the old style tooling as we know by now. And at the rear of the tender, non-sprung buffers and handrails and lamp irons, and also the water filter cap on the top is nicely depicted. So moving on to the Master Cutler coaches, also great details on the sides and the decals, door handles inside the coaches, the individual compartments, and also the corridors, and obviously the headbands of the Master Cutler. And also on the two first class coaches we have the handrails and windows glazed and lovely interiors as mentioned before, and the headband of the Master Cutler, as well as metal wheels along with the brake coach. But one thing that you do not get with the coaches on the coach set of the loco is the buffet coach. And I have a buffet coach, which is great, and this is what it looks like. Here you can see the normal coaches I have that I run with the Canadian Pacific loco, and obviously they are the same as the LNER upgraded BR coaches, but the only difference is they are not the Master Cutler set. So having said that, it is time for us now to delve into the history of the Prince Palatine. Prince Palatine, a very famous racehorse like all the other locos named after racehorses, including the Limburg and the Flying Scotsman, and the years 1908 to 1920s, was a renowned Irish-bred British thoroughbred racehorse celebrated as one of the top steers of his era, dominating 1912 and 1913, and he won the St. Lager Stakes, the Ascot Gold Apes and the Stakes. Although a shy, disappointing breeding stallion, he made a long-term impact on breeding stallions. LNER Class A3 60052 Prince Palatine, the locomotive we have here on the layout today, was a notable 462 steam locomotive designed by Nigel Greasley and built in 1924 at Doncaster Works. The Flying Scotsman, Limburg and Prince Palatine, originally an A1 class, was rebuilt into A3 in 1941. This locomotive, the Prince Palatine, is historically significant as the final A3 in service, operating until January 1966. Prince Palatine, the loco we have here on the layout, was built in 1924 and its initial NER number was 2551, later bearing LNER 4472 and then 52 before being numbered 60052 under British Railways. Prince Palatine served on the East Coast Main Line and was known to have had its fair share of goods traffic service on the Waverley route and in its final years. Being allocated to sheds including New England 35A and lastly St. Margaret's 64A in Edinburgh. Prince Palatine, the loco we have here on the layout today, was withdrawn on January the 17th, 1966 and scrapped at Longloan on June 20th, 1966. Prince Palatine will always be remembered as one of the last in service during the transitions from steam, making it a popular subject for model railway enthusiasts all over the world. So in reference to the Master Cutler set, which Prince Palatine was the main locomotive used, and also the sets available by Hornby, we're going to look at the name Master Cutler and in relation to. The Master Cutler was a luxury service introduced to connect the steel city of Sheffield with London. Prince Palatine, the locomotive we have here today, was a regular long-servicing locomotive assigned to this service during the 1950s and often running on the Great Central Route. In main reference to Master Cutler, Sheffield was the main production place for steel companies, including stainless steel. Hence, dining and wining and silver, or in this case, a stainless steel dining room set, shining the mile away. Thousands of stainless steel sets were made and manufactured in Sheffield and imported all around the country to all various households, including the royals. So there you have it, a very interesting locomotive to have, and please have a look at if you enjoyed this video, please have a look at my other videos at the end of this video, which has the links to the Lemberg as well as the Flying Scotsman, and I hope you enjoy them too. And those videos were done quite a while ago, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it if you enjoyed this video. And thank you once again for your visit to the channel, and wishing you all the best as always. My best regards, Elizabeth.